What's up, everybody? I am Tessa Allen, host of Spotlight Radio Show, Street 93.3. Welcome to Wednesday night. Welcome to my live. I am so excited. First and foremost, I want to thank all my 1,006-7 followers that have followed Spotlight Radio Show, all the followers that have followed just today alone, just so I can continue to go live right back here on Spotlight Radio Show Instagram. Years ago, 13 years ago, when I started Spotlight Radio Show, I was like, I didn't see a need to have like two Instagrams, right? So a couple of years ago, I started it, and I've never been big on like get people to follow, get people to follow. I just like let it happen naturally. And starting January of this year, Instagram has a new policy where you have to have 1,000 followers in order to continue to go live from your page. So when I booked my guest for tonight, Nichola Cannon, mother of Janita Vance, she was like, I had told her, I was like, we'll probably go live from my personal page. She was like, no, we'll get 1,000 followers. We'll go live for Spotlight Radio Show. And it happened. So I want to thank everybody that worked hard for me today. I really appreciate the love. Hi, Kami. But tonight we have Nichola Cannon from St. Louis. And hello, everybody. Thanks for following. As soon as I get off the live tonight, I will follow everyone back. I really appreciate it. Even if your page is private, I used to be like, if their page is private, like, why would I follow them? Now I'm following everybody back. I really appreciate the love. All right, we have Nichola on. All you gotta do is send the request to join the live. Hey, Kami. I appreciate the love. Let me know if you can hear me good. Hey, Angela. Think of my manager. Hi. So excited. All right, we just wait for. All right, let's go here. Guys, I can't wait to follow everybody back. Shout out to everybody that followed. Even GT Main from 97.9 followed. Nicola,
Hello.
hi.
I
How are
had a bit
you?
of a delay. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can hear
forgot.
you
I was
good.
going to text you that also. It's going to be just a little delay. Could you
Yeah.
bring your camera down just a little bit?
Yeah. I got it kind of sitting up. Hold on a second. So,
And is my background too loud? I have one. I got a window unit in the window going strong. All right. I got my night
okay.
fan going over there, and then I got a little small fan here.
So yeah.
Can you hear me good?
Yes. Is it okay? Can you see
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Well, welcome
Okay.
to Spotlight Radio Show.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, you're
I
so
really
welcome.
appreciate you.
You're very welcome. I was just saying, like, when I book you, I was like, I'll go live from my personal page. You was like, no, we'll go live from Spotlight Radio Show page. First guest that's ever said that, and baby, it happened. I really appreciate it. I used to,
Yeah.
like when I first started the page, I was able to go live, and then started January. When January hit, it was like new policy, got to have 1,000 followers. So, but I
Oh
used to
yeah.
my personal page. But I'm glad to be
Yeah.
back. So thank you. All thanks,
Yes. Thank you.
and everybody that worked hard today. So how was? I just want to start off with how was your day today, and even from our first message on Instagram, how has your week been and today?
Today has been okay. Um, I try to make the best out of every day. Um, you know, um, it's always hard though, if I'm being honest. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, how was your day?
Day was good. I would
Yeah.
usually I'd be like really, really nervous, like a nervous wreck, but today I was really good. I was chill all week. I've just been trying to just think of the words to say to you.
Yeah.
Just feeling your heart, feeling your pain. So all
Yeah.
day today though, it was good. My nephews came by
Oh, that's
and
cool.
yeah, they
Yeah.
came by and chilled with me, helped me clean my room, kind of like, trying to distract me a little bit. So I really appreciate
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Absolutely. So I just want to talk. I don't know where to jump into, but I just want to talk about your daughter before the
Mhm.
accident, before the tragedy. Let's just talk about when you had her. Like, how was your labor? Like, did you have a C-section? Did you have her naturally? Let's talk
No,
about your.
oh my God, I had Janita naturally.
Okay.
She was the most prettiest little girl ever, and I have a granddaughter. I have two granddaughters.
Okay.
and two grandsons actually. So both of my grandsons were born this year, and my granddaughter that looks just like Janita, her and my other granddaughter were born 5 days apart. So
Wow. Congratulations.
yes,
Wow.
yeah.
What are their nicknames?
I call the one Azalea. I call her Zaza.
Okay.
My sister's like, no, it's Zay. I'm like, girl, no, it's Zaza.
Okay.
And then Jamila, we call her Mimi or
Maybe
Mila. Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Yes, I am a nickname queen. Like,
yeah.
um, if somebody has a nickname, I give them my own nickname for them, like for everybody. Somebody, if you meet me, you're gonna have a nickname somewhere down the line.
Right, right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Yeah,
I definitely want to talk about Janita's music. When you sent me that video, I
yeah.
love some R&B. That's it's soothing. It makes me want to like get in my car and just ride and just
Right.
listen to the music,
And
listen to that song. So
yeah.
has she always done music?
So Janita has always loved music. I know people, when they loved one pass away, they, always have something nice to say, but I really have nothing but good things to say about Janita.
Absolutely.
Outside of her being my daughter, like Janita is extremely smart. Anybody that knows her will tell you that, like, the girl, she wanted to go back to school for engineering. So that's the kind of
Okay.
smart she was.
Yeah.
And she went to North Tech High School. That's where she ended up she went to Normandy and North Tech. She ended up graduating from North Tech. um and so she was like the I can't remember the engineering. It was like a new class, and her and I think like five other classmates, they were able to build a airplane
Wow.
and showcase it. I even took some pictures
Okay.
when we were there. So it was with Boeing. They had like some type of a scholarship, and it was with like a whole bunch of other schools in Missouri. So that was pretty cool. And that was
Yeah.
North Tech's first year having that program. I'm not sure if they still have it or not, but yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, Janine's she's just a a really all around great person,
Yes.
very outspoken.
Okay.
Like she didn't sugarcoat anything. So
Okay. Was
that
she a
that was
Capricorn or
she
Aquarius?
was wait a minute, Aquarius. Wait a minute, no, she was an Aquarius. Yeah, January
Aquarius.
twenty second. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like right on the cusp. That's why I was like, I don't know if she's a Capricorn or Aquarius, but my best friend is a Capricorn, and she's off the chain by her mouth. And then my favorite uncle and my grandmother was Aquarius, and my niece.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, they don't hold their tongue.
No, at all, at all.
They stand for right is right.
Yes,
Absolutely,
but
absolutely.
yes. But
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
So I definitely want to. I want to just talk about your event that you had on May, and also I want to talk about your the Janita's Legacy Community Day for sure. But I
Okay.
also, if there's anything that you want to share about this tragedy that happened to Janita, because I seen the posts on Instagram, and also YouTube, and it just broke my heart. But if there's anything that you want to share about that day, you can.
Yeah. About that day, I am I'm still seeking a lot of answers. Okay.
Okay.
I have my own theory, and it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I know that prior to that day, some individuals had came to Janita's home that she was rehabbing, um, and had basically fired weapons at her. She made a police report. The police department, the officer, you can see him on the video, like walking around. I think I counted, it was barely a minute, just like, I guess, canvassing the area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and pretty much did nothing. Wrote a report, took a picture of the bullet hole in her work van, and didn't he didn't even put that in the report.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so I mean, the reason why I started maybe thinking, was this something that had something to that led up to that day or something, is because Janita didn't have any enemies.
Right.
So
Right.
she was a worker. Like, I even posted those things because I'm like, if anybody's gonna tell her story, it's gonna be me, and I can't do anything but post facts.
Hmm.
So there's no way that a person that's making $2,500 a week has time for anything other than life goals. You know what I mean? At
Absolutely.
26 years old. So and when I tell people that, they like, we need her job, you know. And I'm like, yeah, that's real life what she was doing. She was a workaholic. She drove for EMT, and she was you know, when you drive for EMT, you take care of the elderly and children, you know, taking them back and forth to school. Oh, my sister's asking me to share. How do
Oh,
I share? I don't know how to share. You
patient.
share. Share it
I,
for me. It's not my live.
absolutely.
um, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Let
take
me
your
see
time.
it.
I'm just so glad to be able to speak with you, to talk
Yeah.
with you about these
Honestly, I'm
things.
glad that you are having me. I'm really glad that you're having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you know, she drove, like I said, she drove for the elderly, and um so that was, I think the incident was like July 22nd. I have everything documented, but it was like July 22nd.
Yeah.
She's telling the people that's watching to share. Okay.
Thank
Let me
you.
quit look let me quit looking.
All right.
Um but yeah, so she the August 15th, my sister is Tasia B. That's my little sister. Her birthday is August 15th. And so of course Janita was unalived on August 16th. So, you know, that's it's really hard for her. So just keep her in y'all prayers too when her
Absolutely.
birthday comes, because she was the first niece, you know, so the first granddaughter. Yeah, in our family. But um, August 16 came. I talked to Janita like I do every morning. She has a little bike that she rides, that she bought, and she was riding her bike. And I used to tell her all the time, you better stop riding that bike in the city on Goodfella, coming down Page for somebody clothesline you, girl.
Yeah,
You know. But she fearless, so you know, nothing stops her. But you know, that I got that morning call, you know, call, hey, I'm gonna ride my bike. I actually missed the call. Um, and then she ended up sending me the video of it. So then she ended up giving me a call, you know, a little later, and told me that she was going over to her god brother's house.
okay.
I don't want to say too much because it's some things that I haven't
Absolutely.
I yes, yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
So because I haven't had any cooperation truly from St. Louis City Police Department, you know.
Yes. I definitely
S-
hope that you get that
mm.
100%. You
It'll
know,
be 2 years next month. So
yeah, I was just going to say it's been 2 years, so it's still early. It seemed like it's a long time, but you just
yeah,
keep fighting. And what you
yeah,
have, especially with your event from last month and then
yeah,
this Legacy Community Day, I
yeah,
can't wait to see the pictures and the videos of it.
yeah. That's
And
gonna be nice.
other, I know you're gonna keep a story alive. You
Oh
know,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
absolutely. And were you born and raised in St. Louis?
Yes, absolutely. In Wellston, all my life, I went to Wellston early childhood all the way up to Eskridge High School. Um,
Okay.
Sorry, that's my son coming home from work.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was in the
Um,
video with Janita also, right?
no, that's my baby boy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the baby. He was actually sick. He was in St. Louis with my sister.
Okay.
Um, you know, from being ill and everything. He was diagnosed with broken heart syndrome. I thought that that was something that
Wow.
yeah, I thought that that was something. He went from like 185 to 110 pounds.
Wow.
So in like 5 months. Yeah. And
Wow.
I thought the broken heart syndrome was just something that we say, you know,
Yeah.
but it's really a real diagnosis. So
I bet I know.
yeah.
Yeah. I used to always say, I don't have any children, but I don't play by my nieces, nephews, and I always tell one of my sisters. I haven't told my baby
Yeah.
sister. She's 20 something here. She's about no, she just turned 30. But my 40-year-old sister, she has 3 kids, and I be texting her like, "Hey, those are my." I said the M. I put an M in the F. kids. I be like, those are my kids, so I'm very
Right.
protective. And to just to think of a loss of one of my nieces and nephews is it just sent me in a tizzy. So I
Yeah.
just imagine how you feel, your whole family feels, especially a brother and a sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some things that you do, like just to help you get through the day? I know that thoughts and things come through your head constantly. You can't knock them away, but what kind of helps you get through a day?
To be honest, if I'm being honest, I have
Yeah.
not even grieved Janita.
Okay.
When she passed away, I hit the ground running. I started putting in sunshine requests and everything, and of course for everything to be rejected, but that's how I get through my day. By just, keep on fighting because the injustice and the cover up, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is crazy. It's like, how do you narrate that someone committed suicide, and then KMOV reports that she took her own life, was their words. And then to get the video and see that over 30 shots was rained out at her and she never even had a chance to even respond to anything, and it's like, why lie, and a lot of people be like, well, I'm not for the police and stuff. I have some friends and family that's, police officers, ex-police officers and stuff like that. And my thing is, you know, they good and decent people to me.
Yeah.
Even growing up in Wellston, because Wellston don't have their own department anymore. It's North County Cooperative.
Okay.
So, but when we had Wellston police, like, them police knew us by name. North County Co-op, you hardly ever even see them out there.
Okay.
So it's like the closeness, like the togetherness, all of that just went away. But I guess that's kind of like with time, things just fade away. But that's just what it is. But I just feel like, um, if an officer does something, um as horrible as that, how can you justify? How can you even have a how do you sleep at night? You know what I mean? Not just the
Absolutely.
officer, the people that's helping him cover it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, where's your dignity at?
That's right. You
Yeah.
definitely, because I know one thing. I feel that they're just wanting you to
Yeah.
sweep it under the rug, close that
Mhm.
door. But as long as you keep fighting, like you said, you haven't even been able to grieve because you're fighting. It's gonna come. You just keep on fighting. I don't know when it's gonna come, but you just
Yeah.
believe that it's gonna come. Just keep that faith and just keep
Yeah.
on. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
glad to see you. So let's talk about. I do want to ask so because you have posted the death certificate and it says homicide.
Yes. By
Right.
multiple gunshot wounds.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. You keep fighting.
I do want to say, because once again, I don't have a problem with saying anything that's the truth. So,
Okay.
even if you have some questions for me and if I can answer them, I will. But the um my sister, my cousin, my nephew, and my oldest son, James, the one in the video, we went to view her body. I asked the police off the not the police officer, the undertaker. I said, when she makes it to the funeral home. Now um this like over 2 weeks later. When
Okay.
she makes it to the funeral home, please let me see my daughter. I haven't seen her. They wanted me to go see her with the same people that killed her. That's
Wow.
not an option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
No.
yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. So he said absolutely. And when I saw her, I knew it was gonna be hard for me, but I
Mhm.
wanted to see this suicide,
Yeah. Absolutely.
and I didn't see it, but what I saw was a bunch of holes in my baby.
Yeah.
And I still smell her body. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, when I tell you insomnia, like, my husband, he's see the cameras, and he, because he works sometimes at night, and he see the cameras, the lights on, and he like, are you okay? Like, just go to sleep. And I'm like, I really try to, but it's so hard,
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Wow. Yeah, that's the
But
thing.
I'm speaking
Yeah.
about this because I want people to know, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm really glad that you are allowing me here, because I've been trying to get help for like the longest. And just recently, since the Juneteenth,
Yeah.
so many people are just reaching out trying to help me, and I'm overwhelmed. I told my sister, I said, me and my husband and my son, we pray every night, always. We used to pray with Janita too before she passed away. And I said, Lord, just please send me people that's gonna help me to get
Yeah.
her story out there and let them know what they did to her. Like, this is a woman.
Yes.
Forget the fact that she black. This is a whole woman. Like, is this how you do women? You already killing the men like this.
Absolutely.
This, like, is this what it's gonna be? And so when I said that, I told my sister the other day, she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Just a little overwhelmed." She said, "I can tell." And
Yeah.
I said, we call her nickname Cheese. We call her Cheese. She gonna kill me for saying that. But I told her, I said, please, I said, when you ask God for
Mm-hmm.
things, you gotta really watch what you say, because I mean the
Exactly.
calls and the support, they just been like bam, bam, bam. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, so
That's how it's been with me, from my coworkers to my family. I shared the video. Well, I watched the video because I didn't want to watch it, but I watched the video with my aunt. She was born in 41. I think she's 84, 85.
yeah.
And her birthday is August 19th, 18th. And but
Oh
I
wow.
watched it with her. And I from that moment, I just didn't want to blast it and share it,
Yeah,
um, because it just hurt my heart so deeply. But I asked
yeah,
people, different people was like, share it, share it, share it, and I was like, go to Justice for Janita Instagram to watch it yourselves. But I just couldn't like just blast it and share it everywhere. But I just want to spread that message, that you're seeking justice for her. You
yeah,
know, St. Louis. This is wild. Did they
yeah.
say that St. Louis is the most criminal place in the United States?
Yes, they have been in the news for that, not only with police killing, but crime in the city as well. So I mean, it's a lot of things that need to be, it's it's gotten out of control. Like, even when I
Right.
was coming up, in the '90s is when they had the gangs and all of that stuff. That's when a lot of killings was going on. But then a lot of that ended up like dying away, and then it kind of got. I can't remember who was in office. Maybe it was Freeman Bosley. I think was in office back then, and then I may be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Bosley in office, and then the crime went down
Okay.
some. It wasn't as much in the city, and then it was like, I think once he got out of office, it was just like, you know
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I mean, they killing women, kids, everything,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, left and right. So, and then you have the homicide by the police officers like Janita. A lot of people like, why haven't we heard of this? Why isn't this national news? So many people are asking me that, and I said, that's a great question. Call St. Louis Metropolitan the Police Department and ask them why this is why they're, they
Absolutely.
saying what they saying. So
Yes, I'm talking about people sent it to Ben Crump, everybody. Al Sharpton. I even went to Ben Crump's Twitter because I follow him on Twitter, and I clicked on the link. They had this email, and I just like shared as much information that you had on your pages to the
yeah,
email. I was like, let me see if I
I
can help
appreciate that.
help out some type of way. Yes,
Yeah.
but I like
So,
to say, I know for sure you're gonna keep fighting.
oh, definitely. And I just want to add to what you're saying too. When I say that, when you ask me how do I get through the day,
Yes,
fighting. When I tell you I've reached out to Ben Crump's office, but I've been told that he may not have gotten the message, like, it go through certain people, and then like,
right.
I guess if it's not, whatever they're looking for, they don't send it to him. So they're like, he very well may not know. But I also had a contact um with Al Sharpton's with the NAN Foundation. I spoke with them and did an intake with them and didn't get a return
That's all
call
right.
back. I also, and this is not to blast any of them, or
Right.
anything like that. It's just, I'm just saying, like, I've reached out for help. Like, I'm
Yes,
literally, you watch the
absolutely.
video, and why do I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, help
Yeah,
me,
keep
somebody,
doing
like,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Girl, I'm telling you, I don't went so far. I done even reached out to Willie D,
Okay,
Candace
come on.
Matthews, the real ones that
Okay.
I know don't play, and I hope they reach out to me.
Yes,
But but I still haven't heard anything back. And it's a little frustrating because well, in the beginning it was. And it's still the beginning, to be honest, because it's only been 2 years. It's still fresh. And I think about, and I just want to say this too, when I say it's only been 2 years, I want to give respect to all of the mothers and fathers that have lost their children. Not only lost their children, but definitely lost them to law enforcement, because we know the battle with them. And some of them have waited over 10 years. Some of them will probably never even see justice just because of the system that we live under. So when I say 2 years, I mean no disrespect. When I say 2 years, I'm saying, why is it taking 2 years to get her autopsy? You know
yeah,
what I mean? This
right.
is a this is a homicide. It's not a
Mhm.
suicide. Well, you said it's a suicide. Give me the autopsy. You know what I mean? So what are we trying to cover up here? I don't understand.
Absolutely.
You know. So yeah, that's been my fight, and I've reached out to so many. I even had a meeting with a couple of people from the mayor's office, two aldermen. They were
Okay.
very kind. A clergy from St. Louis City, and then also my pastor, Pastor Jason Borney, and Janice, First Lady Janice Borney from Unfailing Love Christian Church in St. Louis. And then also, some family members, and Courtney Curtis from NAACP.
Okay.
I've been in contact with the Missouri NAACP chapter. Like I've literally reached out to everybody. I filed stuff with the DOJ, um,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
St. Louis Oversight Committee. When I tell you I've been working, like I've this is how I get through. And then and it's frustrating because when you don't hear, you've reached out to so many people. I
Mhm.
mean, I know I've talked to over 50 people, and
Yes.
to just get like a slap in the face, and it's like, what's really going on in St. Louis? You
Well,
know what
don't
I
yeah, don't
mean?
give up. Yeah, don't give up because, like I said, you keep like my one of my uncles, my great uncle, one of my favorite uncles was Aquarius. He used to
Mhm.
always tell me about this one friend I had to just stop speaking to me for no reason, and he
Mm.
was like, he said keep speaking to him, and finally he'll speak back. And I'd be like, I don't want him to speak back if he doesn't want to speak back. So every now and then I'd be like, hey, hey, and then now I can't get rid of it. So I say that
Yeah,
is that you
yeah,
just keep on it because you just think you're probably not the only one that's sending that email and making that call to them, but you
definitely. Yeah,
keep on going to where they're gonna be like, oh, let me answer this phone. It's Nicola. Like they're
yeah, and
just
I
like
really wish
gonna
they
feel like
would.
family.
Yeah, and like I said, there's no, nothing towards any of them. It's just I want y'all to
So,
know that I've reached out to you guys. Please reach
yes,
out to me. I'm just asking for help.
yes,
In my opinion, in the beginning, St. Louis City wanted the police department. I have an attorney. Her name is Raisha Snyder. And she's put in requests for the sunshine, for the autopsy. And that's it's just been back and forth with that. And so in the beginning they wanted me to file they wanted me to sign an NDA. I refuse. Why would I sign the NDA on something that was narrated as a suicide? That
right,
don't What kind of sense that made? And who are we
yeah,
protecting? We're not protecting Janita, so I'm not protecting y'all officers.
absolutely. I'm so
Absolutely
glad
not.
that you're not easy to sign. So that's you're on the
Yeah.
right path. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what all does it take to get that autopsy? They want you to.
Well, I was told by someone that recently that they have to release the record. So I'm trying to figure out that right now. So yeah, I may be moving some things around, but
Absolutely.
I don't
Because
I don't
you're on
want
the
to, but I'm
radar,
gonna have to.
you're on the fight. You're on the
Yeah.
radar, you're on the fight for justice. So they're trying to get their I's and T's and everything together before they say, okay, let's fight.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Fight.
they watch my page too. I've been notified since day one that they watch my page, so that's why I make sure I keep it public, because anything that I post is the truth. So
Really.
I mean,
Yeah,
we can't fight against the truth.
I know that's right. Not at all. So
Mhm.
just yesterday, a day before yesterday, you had a car parked outside your house for the second time?
Yes. So I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
But my husband, we he saw it both times. I wasn't at home.
Mhm.
There, that big old oil spot out there. That's my leak.
All
But
right.
yeah, I was like, he called me. He was like, hey, he's like, it's a Ford sitting out in front of the house, and I'm like, what? So um, he was like, I'm gonna go out there, and I was like, no, don't go out there. I'm like, my son, we looking on the camera. He like, that's the police. He was
Yeah.
like, them all 10 of them. I'm like, why is they sitting in front of our house?
Mhm.
So I'm just my sister called me a conspiracy theorist.
Okay, come on,
Um,
come on. All right.
However, we have
Yes.
both been pulled over. I'm
Okay.
50, okay?
Okay.
And I've been driving since I was 14. I had some
Okay.
tickets years ago that was taken care of.
Okay.
Okay. Girl, I ain't been pulled over by no police. What y'all pulling me over for?
Yeah.
And then say, oh, we just letting you go with a warning.
Wow.
You was speeding. Now, everybody
Hmm.
know I got my seatbelt on and they know I'm not speeding.
Okay.
So quit playing with me. Oh, is that a
Absolutely.
camera on the back of your truck? I have a pickup truck. Is that a camera on the back of your truck? I said, that's my backup camera. Oh, okay. Well, you have to move that from off of the plate. I mean, silly stuff like that. Are you serious? And then I
Yeah.
have a friend that told me, hey, because I'm like, am I tripping? Because my sister said I'm acting like a conspiracy theorist. And the friend told me, no,
Yeah.
uh, you're red flag. And so when I say that, my sister had got pulled over too. And one time I was on the phone with her, I said, do not hang, it was nighttime. I'm like, oh God. I said, do not hang up this phone. And so I got my husband's phone, I'm recording, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna record this because I don't know what they on. So
Absolutely.
but they said my daughter committed suicide or took her own life. And so it's like yeah, let's just make sure we got ourselves covered. But here's the thing, I'm not afraid. Janita got her fearlessness from me. She may be a little bit more sassier than me. I'm old school, so it's certain things that around certain people that I'll just hold my tongue on,
Yeah.
depending
Yeah.
on the situation. But
I
I will
know.
hold my tongue, I hold my
Yeah.
tongue. But yeah, yeah. So with that vehicle out there, and then we saw it again
Yeah.
5 days. My husband was like, that truck out here again. And I was like, what? And he went out there. He said, I started to call you back and say, should I take a picture? But he just went out there. And I said, you know what? Let me post this because if something happened, I just want people to know
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
ain't I ain't unalive myself like they say Janita did.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that is just, it's kind of scary. And I was like, at
Mhm.
first I was like, when I looked at the car, I was like, okay, they look like law enforcement. And then I was like, well, maybe they're going to bring her some papers or something. I'm not for
That's what I
sure.
was thinking. Yeah.
And
But
have
then
you
when my
always
husband went
lived
out
in
there
that
and they
spot?
took off, I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Have you
What did you
always
say?
lived in that spot where you are?
So since I've been here, I have. I'm in
Okay.
Texas, but we still have our home in St. Louis though. That's the house that Janita was rehabbing.
Okay.
So she
Oh,
she actually yeah she actually was here with me, and
yeah.
then some people were living in the house. And I had to go back and forth to court and get them put out. And so she went back just to stay there, and get everything fixed up. She was making the money to do it. So the house is in me and Janita's name. And me and my husband had talked, and we was like, we told Janita we just gonna go ahead and just sign it over to you so you can go on to do what you need to do with it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad
yeah,
you're in Texas. Yeah, those Texas, yeah. So now you're in Texas, yeah. Oh, they can get a little gangster too here,
yeah. I
you know.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little gangster. Yeah, they definitely harassing and picking.
yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
Keep the big
Well,
eye on them.
where we at? We actually don't. I mean, we not really like outside people. We more family oriented. So if you see me outside, I'm with the family or something like that. Most of like we just have a family. We just have like a lot of family events and stuff like that. And so when you see us, it's mainly cousins, and then the cousins' friends who's like family too. So it's yeah, that's what you gonna
Absolutely.
get. Yeah,
I know
we
that.
not outside, so I don't run into the law. So that's why I'm like, what y'all pulling me over for? You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let me know up front. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
definitely want to talk about Janita's Legacy Community Day. Do you have a
Yes.
certain date for it?
So I
And where
didn't.
will it
I
be
didn't.
located?
What was the last part? I'm sorry.
And where will it be located?
Okay, so Janita's Legacy Day is I'm planning it for August 15th.
Okay.
Oh God. They they want $500 deposit and
Okay.
450, but I'm gonna try and talk to the alderman because if I talk to the alderman, I can get the 450 waived. And so yeah, so anyway, I'm planning it for August the 15th. It really just depends on how everything go. I know it was kind of last minute asking everybody for, for stuff. And I know a lot of people don't like to give money, but they don't have the people that know me know that if whatever comes, it's going straight there, So
Absolutely.
I'm not one of those, you know. So but I did the registry thing, so they can just order straight from Walmart because it was like the cheapest place. And so I know a lot of the schools like the kids to have clear backpacks, and so yeah, they took that off of there. I guess they ran out, so I'm gonna try and figure out something. It's a place on Natural Bridge. I'm gonna try and see if I can get some kind of deal. 100 backpacks is it's a lot, but it's not a lot. You know what I mean? So,
Right, right.
and then the location, it would be where Janita lost her life at, which is at Iowa and Gasconade. It's right there, literally right there in front of Laclede Park.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at Laclede Park. It's a little small neighborhood park on a one like a um. Well, you wouldn't. You're not from St. Louis, so you wouldn't know, I guess.
Now,
But
my brother has ties to St. Louis. I have a St. Louis sweater because of the
okay,
St. Louis Cardinals. So
okay,
I'm loving the St. Louis baseball team, and I'm loving you. I love your
yeah.
family. You're so
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, thank you. That's what made you know what I saw something. I can't even remember what it was because I'm really not a social media person. So literally, if I post something, I'm literally like posting it to Instagram, and that's kind of it. It
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, and then I saw you on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I seen the St. Louis thing, and I said, oh, okay. She has a I used to do we called it underground radio. It was a
Okay.
guy named Onion Harden from St. Louis, Missouri. He's like a pillar in St. Louis. He
Okay.
passed away. But him and Mark Kaysen, they had their own radio shows, internet radio, newblackcity.com. And
Okay.
so and so I was working with them. I wasn't working with them. I had my own show. It's called Pooler's World on Sundays. So
Okay.
yeah,
Come Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I think also, when you saying that, because me listening to you, like I could put you in my headphone and kind of like doze off because your
Yeah.
voice is soothing,
Oh
is staying at
Lord.
the same level. Yeah, come on with it.
Yeah.
We need you on Monday nights. Come on.
Yeah, right.
You
So
know?
when I heard you, when I saw you, I was like, oh man, it's so cool. And I was telling my husband, I'm like, oh, they do internet radio. I'm like, I definitely want to be on a platform. Because a lot of people don't know
Absolutely.
about that. That was
Okay.
like really, really, oh God, that was over 20 years ago. Yeah.
Really? Okay, the
Yeah.
original. Come on, let
Yeah.
me bow down to the
Yeah.
queen. Come on with it. Yes, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, my baby brother, he's the assistant hitting coach for the St. Louis Cardinals. Brandon Allen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah, for
cool.
the Lou. So
Yeah.
I definitely, I can't wait. I'm going to post the Walmart and Target registries on Spotlight Radio Show Facebook page, on my
Okay.
Twitter. I'm definitely going to do that, and I can't wait to go in there and get some backpacks. I love to pick out
Yeah.
backpacks and lunch boxes because I have
Yeah.
so many nephews. So I've been holding it back because I know I'm gonna go crazy on it.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I
But
look forward to have this event, and then especially
yeah.
for the years to come. And I hopefully, I feel like the St. Louis Cardinals are going to the World Series, and if they do, just know I will be up there for a couple of days.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
definitely, yeah. Matter of fact, when we get off, just text me the address where you're going to have the location at, so I can always
Okay.
have it saved in my phone. So, and I'll know
Okay.
around 15. Even if I just ride by there, I will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
Yes. That's
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm grateful for you. I'm really, really grateful.
Yeah.
because like I said, it's been it's been a struggle just to even get people to share stuff, you know. And so it was like once I'm not I'll say this to you offline, but you know, I'm just like, yeah, I got a hold to the video, and I was like, when my son got sick, I
Yeah.
hadn't watched it, but when he got sick, I was like, I gotta um I
Hmm.
gotta post this. And so it was
Yeah.
hard going through it because, you
Absolutely.
know, it's actually longer than what it is.
Mhm.
So yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it
definitely glad.
was hard.
Yeah, because it'll help. It'll help a lot of people. Will help fight with you, with your family, and especially for Janita,
Yeah.
it definitely will. I know it'll. Like I'll share it probably. I'll probably post it on my page, but I
Yeah.
just like to. I'm a person. I'll read comments, but I don't like comments.
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't want somebody to because I'll go in.
Yeah, and see, and that, you know what? I'm just the opposite. Like my skin's so tough.
Okay. Yeah.
Like when people be like, "I ain't internet." No, I'm real life, not internet. Like, but you in my face, like you definitely not gonna say that to me because we gonna have a problem. But like, I don't care what nobody say because I feel like this: people entitled to their opinion, you
That's
know.
right.
And so
Right.
that is what it is. And so my oh God, my oldest son, he want to go back and forth, and I told him off the rip, stay off the internet because
Yeah.
I know he will, you know. And I'm like, no, just stay off the internet.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
entitled to it, you know. That's their opinion. They can say what they want to. At the end of the day, I'm posting facts, and that's all I can live by is the facts. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Post a fact. Yeah, I'll go back and forth, and then I'll be like going to see who like they comment, and I'm gonna go attack them. Yeah, I have to stay back. I have to stay
Right.
back. Even with
Yeah.
I just want to throw this in there where people were coming for Young Miami for the song Spin That. Like so many
Oh
people are
yeah.
mad. So what is your take on that? Like me
Um.
personally, I feel like people did it in the past, and I heard one lady saying that, for the kids, the kids don't need to hear it, but I'm just like, I have a 20-year-old niece, she doesn't even have Facebook. She has a TikTok,
Yeah.
so I don't think that it'll affect kids. I don't think so. So, but what do you think about that?
Oh. So. Oh God. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really listen to music. I
Okay.
don't. I'm old school girl.
All right. That's all right. Come
Girl,
on.
I'm
Come on.
old school.
I'm
Lord have
48. I'm
mercy.
right
Help
there
her.
with you.
Help her. My granddaddy was a Korean War veteran, girl. Okay, he was a Marine, a U.S. Marine. So
Okay.
at the age of 13, I was
Yeah.
watching Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. Okay. Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? Like that's the stuff he had me into. So I wasn't really like, I mean, my mom and them, you know, the old school music, like that's the stuff I'm into. The new school and my school, no, I mean, whatever, you know. But I listened to her and the song catchy. I'm not gonna even lie.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you
Absolutely.
know, let that girl do whatever she wanna do.
Absolutely.
You
I don't
know,
think, yeah, in 2026, I don't think people are taking
she's
songs
speaking
and going out and
facts.
doing it.
You know,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. The things that people
yeah,
didn't, she calling them out. Yeah. I just don't think
yeah,
that people are doing those things in the songs. I think people in 2026 are now just enjoying the music, whatever flows, put it in your playlist.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, is there anything else you want to say before we get off? I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to take up all your time.
I'm good. I'm good. And we can speak anytime you want to have me. I'm always gonna make myself available for you. I appreciate you, sister, so much.
Thank
But
you.
I do, you know, just to kind of go back on um some things. My sister Atasia, her name is Atasia Cheese.
Hey,
Her and my oldest son James, when we went to pick up Janita's things from the police department,
come on.
one thing that I like I said, because I can only speak the truth and you know my experience in my opinion, um, is when we went to pick up Janita's things, Tessa, um, we went to view the video. They showed me the video and they showed when they showed the officer shooting, we saw all of that. And then to watch Janita body spin,
Yeah.
And they paused that video and they told and I said, "Is that it?" Because I didn't see a unaliving of herself.
No.
Is that it? And
Yeah. Well,
the
they.
officer that was
Yeah.
showing us the video said, "That's it." And I said, "Okay, well, I don't have anything else to say to y'all. Let's
Mhm.
go." And
Yeah.
so we got up to leave. Well, my sister was already standing. She didn't sit down. My son was sitting next to me. When I tell you, I looked around, I didn't even realize it was that many officers in this room.
Yeah.
It was like 10, anywhere from
Wow.
10 to 12 officers. They were not there to console us. That was an
Wow.
intimidation tactic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is
Wow.
because my son stood up and he said, "Who did this? Where's the officer that did this to my
Mhm.
sister?" And
Yeah.
the one detective, Tina Williams, said, um, we gonna get this, we gonna get the facts changed, we're gonna help you. We gonna get the facts for y'all. I'm like, they ain't finna get none for us. Let's go.
Mhm.
And so we walk out. It's so many of them walking out with us. They all on this little bitty elevator. If anybody on here that's from St. Louis that ever been inside the precinct down there and you went upstairs, that elevator is so small. They had me pushed up against the wall, up
Wow.
against the window, because it's a window you can see
Yeah.
outside going down. And so they had me pushed up against her, but they were surrounding my son. I said,
Wow.
"You dirty
Yeah. How tall?
bastards."
How tall? Yes. How tall is your son? Seems like he's
James is
tall.
5'10".
Wow.
Yeah, he
But
five
how you
ten.
hear him?
Yeah.
Wow.
But he's not even an aggressive person like that. You know what I'm saying? He more was more emotional than anything.
So
I was completely numb because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I'm like, y'all said she on the live, y'all reported on the news, all these other local stations and stuff were out here reporting that and I'm like, this a lie. Like
yeah.
y'all. And so I'm like, okay, well, this really a open and shut case. So, you know, but
Absolutely.
yeah, but more than anything, I just want to let people know how we were treated, how we felt. And it was like we wasn't aggressive towards these people or anything.
Yeah.
And of course they didn't say anything out the way, you know, in their defense, I will say that, but they didn't have to say anything because
Right.
their presence said a lot. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, I wish one of y'all would. It was like
Yeah.
that. And so we felt all of that. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, so, of course I felt some type of way. That's my sister. She's texting. She said, "Let's not forget that I got called to pick up her cell phone with what they said
Wow.
it was an ongoing investigation." Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So you
yeah.
so your cell phone came later after you picked up things?
Yeah, so it came later. I had asked the detective initially. We went and picked up her things, like me and my oldest son James, we flew on to St. Louis, like we was there. That happened at 9 that morning. Janita was gone at 9:18, according to the video. We was there at 3. And as soon as I hit the ground, I went straight to the scene.
Yeah.
My brother gave me his car, I went straight to the scene. Um, and I just started talking to people around her, and some of the witnesses was like, they couldn't believe they heard all those gunshots, and they was
Yeah.
like, "Your daughter didn't kill herself, they killed her." And she was jumping towards the curb, and she was like, she was just spinning like a rag doll. The one person told me that they was traumatized. And just like with everybody else that I've been trying to get help from, telling them the story, it's like you can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? Because I can only imagine what that person was saying, but to actually see it, and I take a lot of stuff, but to actually see it, it made me sick.
I
It
know.
literally made me sick.
Yeah. The thing that got me was, well, I had to stop and I was like, I don't want to look at it anymore. How I know I'll share it. I'm gonna help as much as I can, whatever I can, anytime. I'm talking about 20 years from now. If there's something I can do, just I never changed my phone number. Just
Okay.
please reach out to me and let me know for sure. Um,
Yeah.
the thing that broke my heart with them shooting her down was that handcuff. When I seen that handcuff, that right there, and to hear that other officer, that took me out. Yeah, so
Yes. And that was another thing too, I listened to a lot of people go back and forth about the other officer. And I honestly, I'm going to say this in his defense. Um if it comes to the point where, there's some jail time, I mean, I don't get to say what's what, but kudos to him. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that he acknowledged that something was wrong. You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? And he acknowledged it 7 times. on the
Yes, yes.
first on the first clip,
Mm-hmm.
4 times he asked his partner to stop at the top
Stop.
of his
Yes,
lungs. And then on the
yes,
second clip, he yelled to the top of his lungs 3 times, called him by name to back up, back up,
mhm,
back up. And
yes.
I mean, what made him stop? I don't know, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, my thing is, I kept questioning, asking different people all this week, like when there's any situation where an officer has to shoot someone or shooting someone, why can't they just shoot them one time, like in the leg, to make them drop?
Yeah, yeah,
I don't understand that. Is
yeah.
it their policy to shoot to kill?
It's some of my friends on the force. They say, "Hey, sis, we just gonna be honest with you. That's what we trained to do." You know what I'm saying? Like dead
Yeah,
people don't tell, dead people don't talk, and I've heard that from different ones that don't even know each other. Dead people don't talk. That's what they say, and I'm like, that's a hell of a thing. you
yeah,
know, like that's a human life. More than anything, and that's really my fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, yeah, yeah, that's really my fight. It's like it was a human life. Um, no matter what was alleged that a person done prior, you don't get the officer be the judge, jury, and executioner.
I'm telling you, no.
That qualified immunity stuff, they got to go. Because
Yeah, no.
this is just modern day slave, this modern day lynching, not
Yeah,
slavery, but lynching. And you know, you get a right to kill. And I'm gonna tell you, I was talking
yeah.
to someone else. This is how you know that it's so divided. Because why is there a black union, police union, and a white police union?
Wow.
When you
Really?
go, yeah, and somebody told me I didn't even know that. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a white police union, there's a black police union. That's crazy. If
Yeah,
you are to protect and serve, that's a brotherhood, right?
yeah. That's
So what are
right.
we talking about? Why do you have to go somewhere? That
Hmm.
goes to show division already amongst them, which
Yes.
just shows that a lot of things haven't changed. And a lot of people don't like to talk about race because they say, oh, well, it's always the race card. But in reality,
That's all it is.
it
Yeah. I
really
mean,
is the race card,
it, it's never stopped. It's
Yeah,
ongoing. It just never stops. It's
yeah,
just the way of life. But I mean, it is like black,
yeah,
white,
yeah,
100%. Man,
yeah.
but I'm still just so I don't even have the words, but just to see your fight and to not just now speaking with you, I know it's not gonna stop.
Oh no,
They probably
oh
gonna try
no,
to they probably gonna try to hold you out to the end. Cause soon as you get that day, oh yeah,
oh yeah.
everything's gonna get down.
Yeah, I think I'm not the typical person. They probably thought that they could just write me off with a check. But see, I'm the type of person, I'll take that check and I'll go and give it away. I want
Okay.
justice for my baby.
Yeah, so there we
I want
go.
justice for my baby. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And I
That's
don't care about nothing that I didn't gain
mhm,
um, in a good way that I can't even share with the people that I love. So,
right.
yeah, I mean, good idea, wrong person.
Okay.
you
I know
know,
that my friend always says, uh, nice try, wrong guy.
that part. I want to say what my auntie used to say, but it's something like that, but it's a wrong MF.
Okay. I know
But I
that's
ain't gonna.
right. Do you have an office in your home?
I do.
Um,
Yeah, I do
you
have a
do?
home office. I'm sitting in the family room
Okay,
now.
okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I would say, I know you be in your home office, they're about to drag you out of there.
Yeah, that's my thinking room, and that's why I didn't go in there. I told my husband, no, I'm not going in there because if I do, I'm gonna start working. So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. As we come to an end, I do want to ask you, um, is there anything, do you smell her? Is there anything that goes by in the day? Like, what reminds you of her? Um, do you smell a smell? Is there a certain smell that reminds you of her? Is there something that comes on TV that reminds you of her? What is something that reminds you of her throughout your days?
Yeah, so really almost everything. Janita was my only daughter, so we have our little mama. She's outspoken, like I said. So we had a mama daughter, rah rah rah, and then it's like we fussing at each other, but it's
Yeah,
like whatever. So, but yeah, but everything reminds me of her because, like I said, she was down here with me.
yeah,
So, she's always riding with me. We would ride in the city of where I live at in the city
yeah,
area. We just ride around. We used to do it in St. Louis. Just ride
yeah.
around like you said and listen to music.
Right.
So anything, and then I just think about little certain things. We would even just ride in the country parts and just look at the open spaces and just look at the sky. I mean, we real life lame like that.
Absolutely. That's
you
all right.
know
Yeah.
but we enjoy nature. My nieces and my daughter, my nephews, even the neighborhood kids. I used to take people kids, get y'all
Okay.
bikes, let's go. We ride in the forest park in St. Louis. Like, I always want to get kids out of the and that's stuff that I guess that's the unspoken thing. But people that know, because I'm not a person that do things for show. Like, I do it with love,
Yeah.
because that's just what it is. So that, and Janita was the same way, and that's why we doing the backpack thing, because she actually took a young man and bought all of his stuff. His mom was like just so happy that she did that, and she didn't even tell her that she was gonna do it. She just really went and picked him up, took him, and she called me. She like, Mama, I don't know what I'm doing. I done bought him some mechanical pencils, and I got
Okay.
one folder. I said, one folder. Don't do it one folder. Well, she bought him, like, I think, two pair of Jordans and stuff. She got him a pair that she wanted him to have, and then she got them some matching shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just stopped and bought all his uniforms for him, everything. And I think, yeah, she didn't pay to get his haircut. She wanted to, but she didn't do that. And I mean, but that's who Janita was. And prior to that, she was working with my sister for an elderly guy who had dementia. And I mean, it's just a good thing to see, because you don't find too many young people with patience like that.
No,
So
not
yeah,
especially that young. Yeah, it took me maybe at 35, 36, 37. Yeah, to
yeah,
be, yeah, I got you. That's
yeah,
beautiful. Her picture, the picture of her, I don't know if I think you sent it to me or I got the picture of you and her. That is the most
yeah.
beautiful picture in the whole wide world.
It is. It
You can
really
feel
is.
the love.
You know, oh girl. We took that here. It was for my son's graduation. My youngest boy, he's 22, and he
Yeah.
graduated. And she said, Mom, I love you. And I said, I love you so much too. And I didn't even realize that my husband had took that picture. We just grabbed each other because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And so he took that picture. When I seen it later on, I was like, oh my God, this is like picture perfect. So
Yes, it is.
yes.
Yes, it is.
I
I
told her
love
she looked like Michael Jackson on that picture. I said that's who Michael was trying to look like. We love you, Michael.
it. I love that picture. Like I want it on a t-shirt. I will wear
Yeah.
it. Yes, I give
Yeah.
me a t-shirt. Yeah.
But you
Absolutely.
can
Look,
share, please share anything I have, the video. I don't mind. Please share it.
okay. Thank
I know it's hard. That's why I warn people and let them know it's a little hard to watch. It's not necessarily gruesome, but the fact that it's so inhumane is heartbreaking.
Thank you for your permission. That
Yeah.
helps me to share it,
Yeah.
beforehand, because I just could imagine what you're feeling, all
Yeah.
this week with me just leading up to tonight. And I
Yeah.
used to write down stuff, but I was like, I can't write down anything. It was um, just something when you text me, it was just already automatic. I was just like, I can feel your heart. I was like, okay, she's gonna be so easy to talk to. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was really, I didn't even ask you, well, what questions you gonna ask? Because my husband said, well, what question you gonna ask? I said, I don't know, but whatever she asks, I can't
Yeah.
speak nothing but the truth. So let's go.
Yeah, so on my paper, I just put July. Oh yeah, I did. So I just put July 8th. This like the only thing that I wrote on my paper. And
Oh
usually I
wow.
write everything, but
Yeah.
last night. and I was gonna send it, but I had wrote what I posted on Facebook with you and Janita's picture. I write
Um,
pretty funny, but I had the post that I posted. I wrote it down first because I was like, I
mhm.
gotta write something. I gotta, it's just like I want to just call and tell you I love you.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
you too, and I really appreciate you. I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you. If there's
yeah,
anybody that you feel like, um, you know, to reach out to help or just help spread the word, I'm willing to talk to anybody. I'm almost free all the time, so
absolutely.
because I can't even function to work,
Is that
so
right?
yeah, I've been
Look,
having delivery apps, so I do. I that's how I work. So I get
okay.
the, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it takes just to get you one day through one day.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm not gonna say live plan your days ahead, but I would just say take one day at a time. You
Yeah.
know, whatever gets you
Yeah.
through that day. I'm glad you have your kids, your husband around, your sister, all your
Yeah.
family around to help you get through, even if they bug you. You know what I'm
Girl, my
saying? So
sister get on girl, my sister get on my nerves.
that's right, Tasia. Stay on up. Yeah, stay
Oh,
on up.
and I do want to acknowledge Desirata Hughes, Councilwoman Hughes from Wellston. She has been, because I am here in Texas.
Yeah.
She has been like amazing. Like, if people don't even know, like, because it's nothing to talk about. She's somebody else who does things
Okay.
genuinely. You know what I'm saying? So she reached out to me. She said, "Hey, whenever you're ready, sis, let me know." I just became the councilwoman up here, and I was like, "Oh man, it's super cool." And she was like, "Whatever I can do to help you, just let me know." And so she just been standing with me. Her family has been standing with me.
Yeah.
They just show up. They don't even tell me they come, and they just show up. And I'm like, it's a blessing. It really is a blessing. Yeah, the
Absolutely.
parade, and shout out to Coffee, Dr. Coffee, right. I be want to call her Coffee Brown so bad. Dr. Carla Coffee Wright,
Okay.
and Dr. Zaki Barudi from St. Louis, Missouri. They're with the, I know I'm gonna butcher this, but they're with the UAFO
Okay.
in St. Louis, Missouri. Um, the African organization, and Miss Robbie as well. They all had invited me and stood with me, and gave me my very first platform almost 2 years later to tell Janita's story. And that platform, because of Councilwoman Hughes
Come on.
reaching out to Farrakhan Shigad,
Yeah.
um
Ooh.
who I don't even know personally, but I heard that he was running for Wellston, mayor in Wellston. He
Okay.
didn't. He didn't make it, unfortunately, but um, he reached out and just kind of helping in the background, like whatever he can do to help. And so he's the one that brought the connections. And I mean, shout out to them, for
Yeah.
doing
Absolutely.
it, and doing it with no pun intended. Like, those are the type of people I'm keeping around me. You know what I mean? Because your intentions is really, you understand what I Desirata, she's on here, that darn Desirata, that's her, Councilwoman Hughes. And I told her, I said, look, I'm a genuine person. Let's just be real with each other. Let's not do fake. But she's
Absolutely.
not like that anyway. So I mean, everything just kind of collide, and like I said, because of all of that, and that collaboration and everything, Dr. Coffee Wright, man, amazing woman. She does so much for the community, and she's one of those people that really need her flowers. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? And she just better be surprised if one day, don't be surprised if one day she get hit with 12 dozen roses from me and my husband.
Okay, I know that's right. Shout
Yeah.
out to her. I'm so glad she's there for you. That is
Yeah.
awesome. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait for this Legacy Day. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
I'm excited.
I'd like I'm gonna post the links and everything. I will share photos. I mean, I will share the videos. Your YouTube. I'm actually gonna put some things in my link tree on my profile as well that I'll just keep there until you say, okay, you can take that down. Keep me
Okay.
updated. I'll make sure I'm going to stay on your pages. If I'm not
Okay.
posting enough or you got something for me to share, just let me know. Text me anytime. Call me anytime. I'm a night owl too.
Yeah.
Especially on Thursday, Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday nights. I'm a night owl because
Oh
I work
yeah.
night. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I don't
you
know how
take
you do
care.
it.
It's a pleasure speaking with you. Everybody, please go follow Justice for Janita here on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much. Let everybody know the Cash App as well. People can send donations. And also, like I said, I'm going to post those links for Target and Walmart.
Okay. So the link for Cash App is $ justice for Janita. Let me see. I think it's the number 4. Let me see. But it's a picture of Janita. But if you're unsure, you can definitely message me. And then also if there's someone that wants to buy stuff, because somebody asked me something about Dollar Tree or something.
Okay.
But Walmart is really like the cheapest place to get like the
Absolutely.
bundle. But I know everybody don't like have transportation and stuff like that. So that was one of the reasons for doing the links. And everything gets shipped to Councilwoman Hughes. So
Okay.
and we'll get everything together once we get there, um, or whatever. But yeah, the Cash App is Justice for Janita, the number 4. And yeah, I mean anything helps. Even can even help with the deposit because $500. Like
Yes,
what?
yes. Absolutely. It's usually going to be like the deposit is to have it there
Yeah,
at
it's
the
to have it
location.
there. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
Janita's Legacy Community Day. We're aiming for August the 15th. I can't wait to see the results and all the community that's going to come out. It might not seem like it right now, even though it's been 2 years, but it's coming. It's
yeah,
coming. Because I know you're not going to stop. I wouldn't stop either for a niece or a nephew. So I can imagine you ain't got no
yes,
brakes on you for your child. So stay
yes,
strong, stay beautiful, stay
yes,
uplifted, and just receive all those gifts and that love that everybody's going to pour into you that have been
yes,
and are going to.
yes. Thank you,
You're very welcome.
thank you.
All right, guys.
All
I
right,
appreciate
thank
you.
you.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
All right,
All right,
all right,
Nicola.
all right.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
guys. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to Spotlight Radio Show Instagram Live. If it wasn't for Nicola Cannon, we'll be on my personal page. But I really thank you for that. You're so beautiful. Man, shout out to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate the love. Please go follow Justice for Janita. Share the story. Go check out that video. Yeah, it was heartbreaking to me. I didn't share it. I might have shared one video where she's commentating. But you can go and check out those videos. Um, I really appreciate the love. Anything that you can send, even if it's just a pack of Crayolas from Walmart, like she said, it goes to the councilwoman. Just go to the Walmart registry and the Target registry. I am going to put those links as soon as I get off this live in my link tree right here on Spotlight Radio Show and Tessa Allen page and on Facebook if you give me like 10 minutes. So I appreciate the love. Bye, everybody.